4 long years. The time between Olympic Games can feel like an eternity.
Okay, come on.
But stretch that to 5, and lives can change forever.
It's okay.
Impossible to predict, and sometimes heartbreaking to witness. I'm scared. I don't want to push it.
Groß, denn heute wurde womöglich der letzte Zeuge im Fall Wulff gehört, zumindest wenn es nach dem Richter geht, ein Ermittler des Landeskriminalamtes, der die Ermittlungen geleitet hat.
On competition days, I always feel nervous. There's always been this pit in my stomach. I'm 24, and I've been doing gymnastics since I was about 6 or 7, so you'd think I'd get over it by now. We all tell ourselves to just treat it like practice, but we know deep down it never really feels that way. I think we've all sacrificed so much, worked so hard just to get to this point. We don't want to let our teammates down. Our dream of going to the Olympics all comes down to this one single day.
You do some good job.
3, 2, 1.
During our first few days in Germany, we felt really excited to be there and to be a part of the World Championships.
Help. You do this.
But also a little bit nervous. Blocking out all our fears about Friday hasn't been easy. That's when we'll try and qualify for the Olympics.
So we're probably going to compete at other events at Worlds, but qualification day is the most important for us.
Like everywhere. But doesn't she have 2 beds? So it's fine.
It's our only chance to send a full team to the Tokyo Olympics.
Pretty surreal to be at another Worlds.
I'm excited, yeah.
I want to get it started.
I know. A couple more days. Podium training is when we get a chance to test out the competition arena and equipment. It's kind of like a run-through of the competition, and we only have one chance to do that. I think for some of the younger ones on the team, it can be really hard to be tossed into this big arena, have to go out there and try and do your best gymnastics.
It's just okay.
She says exactly what you need to hear, even if it's just one word, and it just like triggers something in your mind, and you're like, wow, I can really do this.
Ellie is not just a mascot or somebody to bring along because of her experience. She's a terrific gymnast. I do think that that kind of experience is invaluable, especially when you are trying to build a program and kind of set a culture.
The shot was so close and you still did this anyway.
So for our team to qualify for the Olympics, we need to be in the top 12 teams on Friday. Many people think that it's easy for us to qualify because we qualified fourth at the last Worlds, but if we make too many mistakes, well, we might just not qualify.
It is a little intimidating to see those athletes who are a little bit better than you.
The biggest threat probably for us is Team USA, Russia, and China. If we're wanting to beat them this year, we're going to have to really put on our big pants and, you know, just go all out. US is at the top right now, and they're unbeatable. And I think it's because they have so much depth of gymnasts. We have maybe 1 or 2 backups, but we don't have maybe 10 like the US have.
Podium training becomes a little bit more stressful because you're wanting to hit everything perfectly. And sometimes it will go great, and sometimes we have podium trainings where it doesn't necessarily go as you plan.
It was okay. It wasn't the world's best practice. I don't know, I felt it was kind of good. It was time to get things out. Sometimes things go too smoothly for too long.
Yeah, overall podium was fine.
1, 2, 3.
It was maybe 80–85%, but there's still some things to work on before we compete for real.
You know, just feeling the atmosphere in the gym, seeing the arena, I think it's going to be a really exciting competition. So we're continuing to build until Friday, and we can't wait to get out there.
Just wanted to run through the schedule for tomorrow and just get your general thoughts on how everything's been going so far and what everyone needs for tomorrow.
Shallon had a bit of a knee bang today, so we take it.
It's good to have a few little setbacks, you know, before the competition. It keeps the kids mentally more aware.
You know, it can be emotional, especially close to the competition, but we've done really good work.
So we'll find out if we're qualified for the Olympics or not.
So we just need to kind of take a step back, take a deep breath, and know and focus that we can do it. It's always in the back of your head that, you know, 24 hours from now, we're gonna know whether we go to the Olympics or not. But first, we gotta get through those 24 hours.
Starting on uneven bars, Canada.
I think in sport and in life, you have to dream big. So when we look at those top countries in the world, sometimes it does seem a little impossible, but it isn't. You know, I think you have to have that confidence and that belief that you can be just as good or better than those top athletes. We're one of the last teams to compete on the first of 2 days of qualification. But we crunched the numbers and know if we're third or higher tonight, we're all but assured of going to the Olympics.
Come on, Anna. Come on. Patience. Come on.
Bars is a little bit of a tough event for us.
So we just knew that we had to kind of hit those 3 routines. We were hoping for around a 41.2 score on the uneven bars, and we ended up with a 41.9, so we knew that that had been a successful event, and we were in a good place moving forward.
You got it, Vic. Good control.
Beam is always an unknown event. It's a nerve-wracking event.
Come on, be fierce.
It is hard because you never know with the nerves.
It's okay. It's okay.
I always kind of get upset and mad, but that almost makes the rest of my routine better.
Okay, a little under our projection, but that's okay.
The scores on beam weren't as high as what we were hoping for, but it was enough for us to move forward and still work towards being in that top 3.
Let's go, B! Let's go, B!
Floor is one of my main events, and that's one of my kind of biggest jobs on the team.
I had a little bit of a mistake on my last line on my routine. I kind of tucked around my last tumbling pass because I didn't want to land on my bum. I wanted to land on my feet.
Yeah, she's going to be upset with that.
I was a bit disappointed in myself, not the performance that I was hoping for.
It's higher than what they said, all of the marks. So we're higher than that, so we're good. We're still on target for 165.
So we've had a pretty good competition thus far, and heading into vault, it's not guaranteed that we are going to be in this top 3. So we needed to have a strong vault rotation.
Definitely didn't beat France, but we can probably beat Germany.
It's gonna be tight.
We just knew we had to stay on our feet. Looking up at the scoreboard and then seeing Canada in those top 3, and we were really proud of what we were able to go out and accomplish, even with a couple of mistakes.
It's like a dream come true, and the fact that it actually is becoming a reality. I have like no words, like it's just so awesome. It was a really, really special moment that I'll remember forever.
Qualifying our team for the Olympics means the world to me. That is the most important. More than any individual medal I might win later in the competition.
And without further ado, I think let's open it up for questions.
Simone, so I'm sure you have a strategy as to when you're going to do a triple-double and a double-double off beam.
You know, I have my ups and downs in trainings too. I'm not perfect.
Simone is incredible. She is the top of the world in gymnastics.
How different is it being Simone Biles in 2019 than it was 6 years ago?
At the end of the day, I'm still a human being before I'm Simone Biles, the superstar.
I think Simone has a good respect for me. We've been through a lot of competitions and experiences together, so I think that's something that's kind of built our relationship over the years. Simone and I were in the all-around finals together, and so was my teammate, Brooklyn.
2 years ago, this gymnast took a silver medal in the all-around competition in our home championships in Montreal.
Being the first Canadian to win a medal in the all-around competition, that was just one of the most incredible moments, I think, for Canadian gymnastics, and showing that we can be in the top 3 in the world. I knew if things went right in Stuttgart, I could be on that podium again.
Superb work from Ellie Black. What a competitor she is.
Ellie Black has scored 14.133 on the bar.
She made it look easy. Let's see what the judges make of that routine.
So Ellie Black on floor, currently in 5th place.
2.5 twist walkout into double pipe. Incredibly difficult. And I think we're going to have a dramatic close to this competition.
This is going to be a final rotation to dream of.
I was quite nervous going through the all-around competition, and especially after you've got 3 events down that were really good and then heading into your final rotation. My coach and I knew that we had to try the harder scoring vault to really end up having a chance of finishing on podium.
Hurt herself here.
What? She looks like she's struggling there.
Oh dear.
She landed just a little bit short, didn't she?
And it's Ellie Black of Canada. Very, very close indeed, Ellie Black, in 4th position by only just under a couple of tenths. That's a really great display from the Canadian to get very close.
The moment after I landed my vault, all I could really think about was what I had done to my ankle. And going into an Olympic year, I think that was what was stressing me out the most. Simone, of course, won, and it was the 19th world title of her career. Now it's back to Halifax to see how badly my ankle's been injured and what the plan and recovery was going to look like moving forward. felt the clock ticking. The Tokyo Games are less than 9 months away. Getting home from Stuttgart, I had surgery about a week and a half later to repair one of the ligaments in my ankle. I've had a lot of injuries over my career. I've had 4 surgeries, so this is probably the second biggest surgery. Sometimes there are those worries that, you know, it may not go exactly as you plan, so I just try and be as positive as I can and focus on just what I can control right now.
Friday, you can start putting a little more weight on it.
Yeah, this is your job right now.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit of time for her recovery to come back, a few months, because we don't want to go too quickly and push too hard and not give everything time to heal.
I'm scared, that's why. I'm like, I don't want to push it. Like, I don't want to bend it too much.
The scary part is over.
You have to accept those feelings of frustration and sadness and anger because you need to be able to accept those to move forward, I think.
You want to try holding yourself, pushing out, and then coming back.
You know, you want to believe that it's going to come back as strong as possible. And if you don't believe that, it's really hard for your body to heal that way. Wow.
Can you see how you're not?
Yeah.
You're not even going past 90.
Yeah.
Our plan is to be ready for nationals, which is one of the big events for deciding the team for the Olympics. And our plan is she's going to be ready. So there's no reason why she won't be ready to qualify for the Olympics. She can walk.
I can walk. I believe I can fly. You just have to trust in the process, put in the work, and, you know, I think I'll be back for Tokyo. If you get up and over, then you can get to that position and snap and get your feet.
So for Ellie to be back so fast is so good for the team and for Canada because we need her. She's our team leader, and if we don't have her, our team kind of is missing something.
Okay, Ellie Black, Jaeger, Pike.
Yay, I didn't die. It's been great to reconnect with my teammates, see how well they've been doing, how everyone's been improving, and it's motivating me to get back even stronger.
They'll give us an idea of how challenging it is in the environment over there, so it's good.
There's 7 different ways to qualify athletes or countries to the Olympics.
I think sometimes when you look at only 4 kids going to the Olympics, it kills me. I wish they could all go to the Olympics because they've all worked that hard.
At Nationals or just after Nationals, the team will be named, and then the team and alternates and coaches and everybody will go to Japan to adjust to the time change. And then the Olympics are the 19th of July to the 10th of August.
Sometimes it's luck of the draw. You have to hope you don't get injured, and sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't.
It is difficult being on a team and being so close and being a family and then also having to compete for spots. And in a family, yeah, there are going to be some complications, some challenges sometimes, but you work through it and you support each other through it.
I just don't have that mindset that they're really competitors. When I see them compete and they do well, then it just brings me joy. And if we're able to make the Olympic team together, I think that would just be a dream come true.
Canada is the very first competition of the year, and it's a big competition for anybody who's trying to make an Olympic team for Canada.
All right, ladies, are we ready?
It is a little bit nerve-wracking for them because it is early in the season.
Come on, kid.
Come on.
Thank you. What we're looking for is how in shape they are, how ready they are, how routine ready, if they have all of their difficulty. The challenge is always trying to keep them healthy all the way through Tokyo, because that's where they ultimately want to peak.
It's your first art. It's been so long. I'm so proud of you.
It's the first competition back after injury, so I'm not expecting myself to be perfect. My spot on the team isn't secure. Nobody's is. We have to keep everyone a part of this team fighting for those spots, and we want the strongest, healthiest people closest to the summer that we can have. It's so easy with like my foot got caught. Yeah.
I wasn't a talented gymnast. My sister, she was always the most talented one in the family. Everything came easy for her, unlike me, where I had to work really hard to get where I am today.
Beautiful. Big arc. Long
And 2016, I didn't make the team.
My dream would be for both of us to be on the same Olympic team. Will it happen? I don't know. Probably not. And I feel like it's her time, because like in 2016, she wasn't really on top of her game, but now like she improved a lot.
So I'm aiming to try and qualify as an all-arounder, because I'm not strong enough on one single event to potentially have a chance of a final or a medal.
Good job, Ellie.
How far away are you from kind of getting vault and floor back up to scratch?
Yeah, those ones will take a little bit longer, but they're in the works for sure. We don't want to push the ankle too much too fast.
It didn't go perfectly, but I'm just glad that I tried something new, because I have been doing the same routines for a while now.
Can you sign my shirt?
It felt really good to be back. Back competing, back with the girls, back in the atmosphere of competition, really good. All the girls did really well this weekend, and I'm feeling confident about my first step back from surgery. But the big test is just a month away. My first competition against a tough field of international gymnasts. I've come to Milwaukee to compete at the American Cup.
Good start to the day.
Wicked awesome, that's gonna be my new saying. I feel very excited to be back to my first competition, back on all 4 events. It's been about 4 months since I had my surgery, and my ankle's at about 75–80% back.
Ellie Black coming back off of a severe injury, 2 torn ligaments in her right ankle.
Steht jetzt am Sprung bereit. Begrüßen mit unserem Applaus Ellie Black.
That injury that she had, it was big time.
You know, for me, I think in the whole competition is just to be safe and not to push myself too much at this point in the game.
This toe on, front with a half. Not her best though, not her best.
Little low right there, just the dismount.
Over the balance beam now in second, right behind Morgan Hurd after the 2 rotations. Ellie Black from Canada.
I think it's normal when you have an injury that when you get back out into competition, you know, there are going to be some things that you're a little bit nervous about. Overall, I'm so excited with how today went. Some of the landings obviously are a little bit sore, but no, my ankle was feeling very good today, and I think that was important to see that and gain confidence.
Literally, like, great comeback. Like, that's crazy. You literally just had an ankle injury and you're already, like, back to full competition. And I just, like, gave all the props to her.
I think we're good. Now it's back home. Keep training hard, get my ankle stronger, and get ready for the selection trials 3 months from now.
It's just a matter of time before the coronavirus begins spreading.
Breaking news coming into CBC News.
The coronavirus outbreak is accelerating.
Close to tourist planning, the worst.
Absolutely.
Alarming levels of inaction.
Markets tanked again.
Coronavirus.
The NBA decided to suspend its entire season.
The coronavirus is officially a pandemic.
It's a really, really tough moment to go through, I think. You know, just accepting the news.
Just heard from Team Canada. They will not be sending athletes to the Summer Games in Tokyo.
It was something we've been working towards for so many years. That just being taken away, you know, that's something that really hurts. I think I was in a very different situation to my teammates because I have been to the Olympics before. For a lot of these girls like Anna and Brooklyn, you know, this was their shot to go to the Olympics.
Canada, the first country to say, we're not going.
When I heard the news, I was pretty shaken and disappointed to see that all the hard work that I've been putting all these years is just gonna be gone. It was really, really heartbreaking. I like tried to keep it together, and then like 5 minutes later, like I broke down in tears.
The recently postponed 2020 Olympic Games have a new starting date.
23rd of July to the 8th of August.
I think hearing that there were going to be an Olympics definitely brought some happiness, but a year is a long time, and you never know what's going to happen in a year. I think hearing the news, personally, there were some emotions that kind of felt like, okay, maybe this is a positive thing. Maybe I have extra time to get stronger, heal from my injury, and trying to be better than I would have in the summer of 2020 for my team and for Canada. Adapting to home training was not easy. I think it was a lot of figuring out how much we should be doing and how much is too much. As I know on social media, there were a lot of challenges going around. On Instagram, people nominating other people to try handstand challenges and all of these crazy things.
Aw, I miss you guys.
You guys too.
When were we supposed to start competing? Like next week?
Yesterday would have been the start of the Olympics, I guess. And then opening ceremonies would have been today.
I know, I would have celebrated my birthday there.
Yeah. It's just crazy to think it's like, okay, now we've got 364 days to go. Round two.
Round two.
Hi, honey. Let's go. Good job. Up. Молодец. Feet up. Rotation. Yes. Oh, wow.
I'm thinking maybe it's the bar.
Everybody knows that Anna is training here in Oshawa, but not a lot of people know that Ava Stewart is training here as well. She's doing really well this year. She was at Elite Canada second, right after Ellie Black.
I was planning to go to the 2024 Olympics because I wasn't supposed to be old enough until then. But now I have the chance to possibly go to this one, and I'm gonna try to go to it.
For some of them, it's devastating that Olympics was canceled. At this age, they changing, their body changing, their mind changing. So for Ava, it was actually a positive thing because all of a sudden Ava was age eligible.
I'm kind of surprised I stayed on the beam on that one.
I want to show Gymnastics Canada that I obviously really, really want to go and that I deserve a chance.
Come on, Ava, you got it. Up.
I am going to work hard on trying to fix my routines, make them more consistent, make them cleaner. And I'm going to try to work on pressure and nerves that I know gets to a lot of girls.
Do you think she's ready?
I think she's getting there. I'm like, you know what? Why not? So I think she has a chance, in my opinion.
Come on. Nice. Finally.
Kind of towards the end of the first lockdown, Gymnastics Canada reached out to me and they're like, I think now's a good time to heal up your ankle and get the surgery you've been wanting to get for a while now. But it's been months since the surgery and my ankle hasn't responded as I would like it to. I was getting a lot of the nerve pain around the scar area and kind of coming up, but I guess since nerves are all connected, it's now kind of going into the inner part of my ankle. So the unpredictability is a little bit frustrating and annoying. My ankle had basically been a mess for about 3 years. I had to just listen to my body and my gut, and everything was just telling me that you need rest. So I've decided to withdraw from Olympic consideration as I'm taking this time in this year to just heal up my ankle and prepare for what's next in the future. It was a very hard decision to come to terms with. Just because I don't make it this year, it doesn't mean I can't make it in 3 more years. And even if this is the end of my journey, then I will be happy with everything that I've accomplished so far.
Welcome to Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa, featuring the 6th-ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama.
During the off-season, I compete for Canada, and during season, I compete for the University of Alabama.
She's a member of the Canadian national team.
And she just happens to be doing the most difficult vault in the competition. And that is the best double twist she has done yet.
Not too many NCAA gymnasts compete internationally at the same time. In elite gymnastics, you're expected to perform much more difficult skills, and it can be super stressful. It's really 2 different worlds.
Last 2 events, here and 4, we gotta attack it. We gotta do it now.
College gymnastics is a lot more upbeat and fun, and you can just be yourself.
You can do it.
I got back to Canada about a month ago. After my 2-week quarantine, that left me a week and a half to prepare for Canadian Championships. My specialty is vault. In 2018, at the World Championships in Doha, I got a silver medal on vault. And at the Olympics, I qualified to the vault final and I finished 8th. Obviously, I have higher goals this year. I want to win a medal on vault at the Tokyo Olympics. I think the most important thing for me to accomplish at Canadians is to clean up my execution. That will give me higher scores and give me a better chance of making the team. I'm confident that I can make this Olympic team because of the hard work that I've put in and all the hours. I just know that it's going to pay off.
I just like got kind of worried again.
Yeah.
The past 7 months, I haven't been able to do any actual gymnastics, very limited conditioning. Turns out that I have a few herniated discs in my back and a pretty major one in my low back.
So how long did it take before you were able to then go back to tumble and everything?
At my worst point, I couldn't move my feet without having any pain in my back. So it was a pretty rough time. It was pretty scary just not knowing if I was able to come back from that. 7 months later, I just started training again. I've just got some of my skills back. I'm working back to routine. I'm just worried about my injuries holding me back right now. I'm trying to stay as hopeful as I can to stay healthy and be in shape and peak time for the Olympics.
It's a pretty big step for me. I haven't tumbled in a long time, so.
It is stressful for sure, but I think I have confidence in myself that I can do it.
Here's let me know who you want to talk to, David. Our head coach, David Kikuchi, right now is isolated in Halifax. We have him participating on Zoom, so I carry him around on an iPad and on my phone where he gets to interact with the girls, see all the routines, and give them feedback and talk to the coaches.
So good, great.
Oh, thank you. We held out hope for a really long time that we'd be able to get the girls together for Canadian Championships in person, but sadly with the provincial restrictions that are still in place across Canada, we have to do Canadian Championships virtually. Those take place next week, so the girls have 2 days of competition, and those 2 days are their final opportunity to hit those target scores and to demonstrate their performances to be selected on the Olympic team.
You found a way to control this.
Yeah.
Because you are an expert at landings right
now. I know.
It's really tough because the team is only 4 people, and you know, these girls have worked so hard and everyone is so deserving. You know, I think it's always anxious, no matter whether you're, you know, at the top of the leaderboard or lower down. You know, we're all fighting for those spots, and we all, no matter what level you're at, you know, we all need to prove and show that we have made that team. And you know, I think the same goes for me. There's no guarantees. National Championships is important because it kind of doubles as the Olympic trials this year. These girls have worked so hard, and unfortunately we only do have 4 spots. You know, at the end of the day, I wish we could all be there together. No matter what happens, we're still a family.
Ellie Black, Canadian Championships, Day 2.
So 2-0 and 1 in connection for 5.1.
Shallon Olsen, vault number 2.
Obviously, it's very nerve-wracking.
Let's go, Shallon.
I'm just very excited for their decision, and hopefully I make it, so fingers crossed.
Canadian Championships, Day 1, Ava Stewart, uneven bars.
Come on, Ava.
I think my chances of getting the Olympic spot is better than I thought it would be. Since I'm pretty much coming in second at most of my competitions. And yeah, I feel like that's a good sign, maybe.
It's not the performance that I wanted to show. I feel like I'm fighting for the 4th place right now.
Next, Padurariu.
My routine's not very constant at the moment, and I think it showed in my performances.
The average is 2.6 for 12.1 final score.
I come to peace with my thoughts of not making the Olympics.
Uneven bars, look for Moores.
I don't know how the other girls are doing until all the scores come out. I'm just hoping for the best right now, and however it goes, you know, we'll see.
Okay,
Everybody ready? Let's go through the different categories of priority for
It's up to the
selection.
selection working group to determine the highest probability of an individual.
For the first time ever, we are going for a medal.
Ellie and Shallon have made finals at World Championships in the past 2 years, as has Brooklyn.
Maybe like if you took her best stuff, she's maybe 80 or 90.
If she's able to maintain this upward trend, then she may be the best bet.
We've got 2 different combinations of teams that did meet the
if
standard.
everyone's comfortable, I'm hearing that it's pretty unanimous.
The decision is made.
So just want to thank you guys. I know it's not an easy task. Thank you for taking on the job.
We're super good now. We're like pros. The Zoom pros.
So it should be good to go.
All right, so Ellie, the purpose of this meeting is to let you know that the selection working group met this morning. You obviously have been selected to be part of the Canadian team in Tokyo. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so exciting.
I know it was sort of expected, Ellie, but I think it's something to actually accomplish it.
Yeah, it's kind of surreal in that sense of like over everything in the past year that we've been through, that we're finally coming to that home stretch, and yeah, very proud and grateful for the opportunity to represent Canada at a 3rd Olympic Games. That's so exciting.
So thank you, Shallon and Darina, for joining us today. And yeah, Shallon, we're super pleased to announce that you've been nominated to the Canadian Olympic gymnastic team. So congratulations.
Yay!
It's been an extremely challenging year, Shallon, and especially for you to do this all while at NCAA. That's incredible.
You'll be a 2-time Olympian, Shallon.
Are you going to add 2021 to your tattoo, Shallon?
It was honestly such a relief because all that weight was kind of lifted off my shoulders. I think we have a really good shot of doing amazing at this year's Olympics.
First of all, Ava and Elena, a big congratulations for nationals. Like an amazing result, 2nd all around in your first ever senior nationals, and congratulations for making the Olympic team. Hold on a second, I'll go. Ellie's here at the gym with me.
Hi, Ava! Congratulations! Are you excited?
I want to get back to training, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
She's ready to go. She's excited.
Honestly, I did not know this was going to happen at the beginning of the year. I got like a whole, I started shaking. I smiled. I couldn't stop smiling. In fact, I'm still smiling.
I'm pretty nervous right now. I mean, it could go either way, and you know, I'm like shaking for the past few days.
The committee met this afternoon, and it was a really close decision for the team. And some people had met some targets. Unfortunately, you didn't quite get there. But by the end, you had done just enough to make it onto the team.
Congratulations.
Big, big, big congratulations for that.
Good job, guys.
Good job, guys. Happy to deliver good news.
Good for you.
Brooklyn, go hug your dad for a second, then come back. Go hug.
I made the team.
Oh my God.
I wasn't really sure this year. Like, I really couldn't move my foot like a few months ago. Just the fact that I was able to kind of get this together. But yeah, I'm just so grateful for everyone around me.
Good morning.
Okay.
Rose, unfortunately, the numbers didn't go quite in your favor. One combination had you ahead by a tiny bit. The other combination had Brooklyn ahead by more. So then Brooklyn was the choice for the final team spot. Rose was selected for the traveling alternate position. Vic, you're going to be named one of the non-traveling alternates.
I know it's hard right now,
but I hope you are proud of yourself. And Vic, I hope you're proud of yourself as well, because you really overcame a lot.
I agree with their decision, and yeah, it's for sure upsetting, but I'm incredibly proud of myself and what I did this year. I was expecting it, but like to hear it from them, it's kind of, like it hurts for sure, because you've worked so hard for it. But yeah, it's okay.
Without further ado, here is the 2020 Canadian Olympic Artistic Team, Ellie Black.
I'm very proud of everything we've been through. It hasn't been an easy year. The COVID pandemic has changed a lot for our team and what our team might have looked like in 2020 and looks like in 2021. A goal of mine for a long time is to hopefully end up on the podium. It's always been a dream of mine to win a medal for Canada at the Olympic Games. And whether that happens or not, no one knows for sure, but I think it is incredibly important to dream big, and to be able to reach your goals, reach your dreams, and to achieve your impossible.
Go Canada!